Hey guys, it's Elena and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to be reviewing one of Juvia's Place new mini palettes. So they came out with 3 more of their mini palettes. So today we're going to be using one of them. I'm not sure which one I want to use yet, so we'll decide in a second. So if you're interested in seeing what look I create, then definitely keep on watching. Alright guys, so I look a little crazy because I was priming my eyes. I used the Anastasia eye primer. I love this primer. I know I've been using this one a lot, which is why I'm giving it a break. This is the Be Perfect Prime, so I'm just giving it a break even though there's a ton of product in here. I try to use like all of my products because I have so much makeup that I need to like rotate it so that it gets used. But I do love this eye primer. When I bought it, I was using it like every day, so I'm going back to it. So real quick before we get into the look, I was gonna film the look first and then I was gonna film my intro after the look was already created, because that's usually how I've been doing it lately. But like, let me know, do you guys prefer to see the look first, or do you prefer me to, how do I explain, like start the video barefaced like this with minus the primer because I look a little crazy? But do you prefer to see a bare face when you enter the video and then see the process of creating the look, or do you prefer to go into the video seeing what the look looks like and then being like, now let's get into the look, and then you see how I create the look? Like, which do you prefer? Because I know I've seen some people say that they hate seeing the look first because then it kind of like they already know what they're expecting. But then some people do want to see the look first, because if they're not interested in the look that's created, then they don't waste their time watching the video. So it's up to like you guys really, what do you prefer? And depending on what is said, I'll just start doing that, because sometimes I prefer to do the look first and then record my intro with my full face already done, because it's just more appealing than my like bare face. So really it just depends like what you guys prefer. I think today that I want to play with the mauves because I really do love mauves. Mauves are my favorite ever, but they came out with the taupes and the sweet pinks. So there's mauves, taupes, and sweet pinks, and then they have these 4 which I've already done videos on, so I will link, or I will card above a playlist. You can go watch those. It was when I was first starting out with makeup, so a lot of these, or probably all of them, except for the nude look, came out horrible. The nude look that I created with the nudes palette is like the prettiest look that I've ever done, but these other 3 are like trash. Like, I look horrible. So yeah, but I've been getting a lot better with makeup, so I'm happy about that. This taupes palette, I kind of wish I didn't buy because I may not even use it. Like, I may use it for a video and then after that not, because these aren't really my shades, but I don't want to judge it until I use it. So of course Juvia's Place always packages it in a nice unicarton that looks exactly like the actual palette, so it's always well packed. I haven't even opened any of these yet, and I bought them when they launched, so I'm super late reviewing these. But this is the Mauves palette, so it's super pretty. I love this packaging. They always have a little protector inside, and then here are the shades. So absolutely stunning. I love this palette. It's so pretty. As you guys know, if you're a returning subscriber, Juvia's Place has my favorite eyeshadows. Their mattes are super pigmented and blendable, and their shimmers are absolutely amazing. You do have to wet your brush if you want like the best payoff with their shimmers, but nonetheless it is worth it, and they're so affordable. I don't know off the top of my head how much these palettes cost, but they do have bundles now where you can buy all of the mini palettes if you want to own all of them like I currently do, or if you want to just buy the new ones, there's a bundle, or if you want to just buy the old ones, there's a bundle. So there's that, or you can buy them by themselves. The mini palettes are $14 each. So sorry for talking a bunch. I know that you're just here for the look, so let's just get into it. Alright, so I want to try to use the majority of the shades in here. I'm going to try to use all of them actually. It's possible that I'll be able to. So we're going to attempt to use all of these shades in here. So first I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. There aren't any names. Juvia's Place doesn't have names for the minis. I do believe that they are named in their other palettes, like their bigger palettes. I'm just gonna put this shade all over my lid as like a transition shade to kind of like set the eye primer. Super pigmented right away, as you can see. And I only dipped in it twice. And there's barely any kick up. There's like a teeny tiny bit of like a kick up in the pan, which I'm not surprised. I haven't really experienced any like really bad kick up with any Juvia's Place shadows. So it's laying down beautifully and then blending out nicely also. So that looks really nice. I like that. I just took the same brush and like went back and forth motions and it blended it out up there, as you can see. So that looks really pretty. Wow, I love this. This is the JS5 from like the first Morphe and Jeffree Star brushes. I'm going to dip into this darker mauve color right here, and I'm going to use it to blend out right above where the shade ends. Super pigmented, as you can see. I'm gonna dip back into this shade just to help blend it out, which it blended out perfectly fine on its own. I didn't need to do this, but I just want to blend both the shades like together. That looks like really pretty. That looks gorgeous. This brush is super scratchy. I don't recommend Morphe's natural hair brushes. They're just so scratchy after you wash them. All right, so now we are going to switch to a Morphe M506 and we are going to deepen up this look a little bit. So I'm going to dip into this shade right here. These two shades are very similar, except it's a little bit lighter than this one, but they look very similar. A lot of pigment picked up there. So I'm just gonna stamp this on my outer V first and then flick it inwards. Let's build it up. This one is giving me a lot more kick up than the other shades, but it's still not too bad. Oops, I brought that in too much. Okay. This isn't a bad shade, but I don't really like it. I'm going to dip into this other dark shade here and see what this one does. For some reason, this shade, I mean, it's making it a little bit more smoky, so it is doing something, but I'm not really liking it too much. And I'm not liking it because of the color. The performance is fine. I'm just not liking the color. On the back of the palettes, it lets you know which ones are pressed pigments and which ones are eyeshadows. So 1, 2, 3, and 5 are pressed pigments and 4 and 6 are eyeshadows. All right, so that's pretty much done. I'm gonna do the other eye, then we'll come back to do the shimmer, inner corner, and tight line. All right guys, so I am back off camera. I did my full face, my other eye, and I added lip product. So of course I used Juvia's Place lipsticks from the nude series, and I used the Mauves. I used one of the Mauves, so I used the lipstick in the shade Kebi, and I used the lip liner in the Luxe lip liner in Lush. So I absolutely love this combination. Lush is about the same shade as Kebi, so it went really well together. And I do have a video of all of these guys swatched. If you want to see that, I'll card it above. Let's finish up this look. I absolutely love this eye look with this lip, like without even a shimmer. Like if I wanted to I would just put on mascara and wear it like this, which is unlike me because I don't wear eyeshadow without a shimmer on the lid or an inner corner. But this is so like 90s to me, because this is how it was in the 90s. They just wore matte eyeshadow and that was it. But anyway, let's move on. So I am taking this JS11 It's a nice packing brush. It's stained, but it should be clean. I am going to try to use the shades dry first, just so that you guys can see. I always do it dry first so that you can see how they perform dry in case you are new here. But I do recommend that you wet Juvia's Place shimmers. So first we are going to go in with this shade right here. I'm going to put it all over the lid. Picked up nicely. Yeah, so as you can see, you can't really see anything. Could be because the actual shades that we used are like the same color. So I'm going to wet my brush. Yeah. See how different it looks now? Like you can actually see the shade. And that is freaking stunning. I love this color. Alright, so that looks pretty good in my opinion. I'm really happy with how this look is turning out. So now let's do the tight line. I'm gonna go in with the light shade first because I'm not too sure. I don't want to mess up the look. And I'm taking a JH38 to do this. Alright, so now we're going to do the inner corner because we did the tight line. I did mascara off camera. I used the Thrive Cosmetics mascara. It's absolutely amazing. If you haven't tried it, you need to try it. So we are using this shade right here. I'm going to dip into it dry first, of course. This is a JH52. Yeah, nothing is really picking up on my brush. There's a little something there. Okay. It's definitely picking up something, but it's just going to take a lot longer to get what I want. I wet my brush. Boom. See that? So much more shiny, like I want it. It's so pretty. Alright, real quick, I just realized I didn't put any highlight on my actual face. I'm going to use one of the new Melt Cosmetics highlighters. So I think I'm going to use Kill, which is from the Buzz Kill one. Here it is. I did videos on this, so I just don't think that it is uploaded yet. So I'm going to use this one to highlight my face. These are like blush. These are blushes, but you know, they're highlighters. I'm just going to swirl into both actually. I hate to mess up the pan because it's so pretty, but gotta use it. Alright everybody, well here's the final look. Definitely let me know what you think down below because I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Also, any questions, comments, concerns that you have, leave them down below as well, and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. But now let's talk about this amazing palette. How do I feel about it? Well, I love all of the shades in here. All of the mattes blended out amazing with each other, and they laid down really nicely. Very opaque, little bit of kick up, not even enough to like mention, but I do because some people care about that. The shimmers that are in here, which are only 2, they're really nice. I like the fact that there's more mattes than shimmers, honestly, as long as there are enough shimmers, if that makes any sense. I feel like this is a good balance. 4 mattes and 2 shimmers is a good balance. The only thing that I wish is that there was a mirror in this palette. I don't know why Juvia's Place doesn't put mirrors in any of their palettes, especially their minis. I feel like when you have little palettes like this, they have to have mirrors. They should have mirrors, because I can easily take this, you know, to travel, and since it doesn't have a mirror, that means I have to bring a compact with me, and I need to have another item that I probably didn't even need, you know, to have with me if this would have had a mirror. So I wish that there was a mirror, but other than that, the palette is amazing. I do highly recommend them. They're only $14 and you can get them in a bundle if you want to have all of them. I do feel like that this is worth the price. $14 may seem a lot for a little palette, but if you've tried Juvia's Place formula before, then the $14 is definitely a good price and it is worth it. Again, I do recommend that you wet your brush for these shimmers so that you can get the most out of them, because without wetting them, they're going to be subtle and not really show up. As you saw with the shade I put all over my lid, you couldn't even see it until I wet my brush. And then the same thing with the one we used in the inner corner. It was coming up, but it took a little bit more work to get it to show up the way that I like it. So I would have had to dip into it like 5 or 6 times to get this, instead of just wetting my brush and then getting it right away, if that makes any sense. So yes, I do recommend this palette. I recommend anything Juvia's Place, honestly. If you haven't tried their Luxe lip liners or their lipsticks, I highly recommend that you check that out. I have it on my lips. Again, I'm wearing Kebi, which is the Mauves, because we did Mauves, so we have to use a Mauve lipstick. And we used the Luxe liner in Lush together. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I think that this look is beautiful, but you guys let me know what you think about the look, because I would love to know what you think about it. But I think that it came out really, really well, and I love the blend. I'm getting so much better at my blending skills, girl. Like, you have no idea how excited I am to be actually getting better and doing better with my makeup, because if you look at my old videos, oh, I feel like I should private a lot of those. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate every single one of you guys for being here. Please make sure that you like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you have not already. And I hope that you guys have a super mega fantabulous day, and stay safe out there, because it's crazy and it's been hot as hell lately. I'm wearing a sweater because I have my AC on 69, so I'm gonna stop blabbing and let you guys go. I hope that you have a fantabulous day. Like I said, stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time with another one. Bye.